Lovers Swimming is a podcast that celebrates the wonderfully diverse community of swimmers and fantastic opportunities that exist on the Isle of Wight off the south coast of England. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Linda Briant. In 2019, I joined the Facebook group Outdoor Swimming Isle of Wight. New to living on the island, I wanted to swim in the sea with others and meet like-minded people who shared my passion for swimming. Since then, I've been on a fantastic journey. I've made lots of new friends and get to swim all year round and participate in a range of swimming experiences. The weather and tides determine the swim, but some of our group has started to swim longer distances, working with the tide. Our longest swim so far is 3K, which is from Seaview to Ryde. In 2021, we competed as a team in the annual Sandown to Shanklin peer-to-peer swim. In 2022, I was encouraged to join the Masters Ryde Swimming Club at Waterside Pool. A club swimmer as a child, I love being part of this mixed age and ability group. I've enjoyed relearning the pool sets, lingo and swim techniques, and my swim fitness has really improved. This year, age 64, I entered my first meet in 50 years, getting the gold in my age group for the 800 metres. Yes, of course, the nerves were still there, but it was also great fun and I had loads of encouragement. I'm looking forward to my next swim adventure. For the Love of Swimming is also a series of community events aimed to share information and inspiration and to connect people through swimming. So if you're lucky enough to live on the island, look out for these events coming soon. Follow us on all the usual social media channels and don't forget to subscribe to the podcast for more personal swimming stories. Today I'm with Ian Thompson. Ian lives on the Isle of Wight and has a beach hut at the Dover, a beautiful stretch of beach by Bembridge Harbour. Ian talks about his experience of swimming growing up in a small village where the nearest pool was 5 miles away. He shares how his love of swimming has developed since moving to the island and talks about the great community of swimmers that congregate by the beach huts. I do have beach hut envy now. Okay, so now we're meeting Ian, who lives in St Helens. Ian, lovely to see you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Linda.
All right, so I'll start by asking you a few questions, if that's all right. When and where did you start your swimming journey?
Well, I lived in a small village and we actually did not start swimming anywhere until 10 years old at junior school, and they took us to the local baths for swimming lessons, and that was the first time I ever went in a swimming pool at 10 years old.
And did you enjoy it? Was it scary?
Not especially, no. I didn't find it that enjoyable, to be honest with you. It was okay. And we learned to swim, and I got my 25 metres breaststroke, as you do.
Yeah.
But that was it, and that was it. And then you did that for 1 year, and then you went on to the big school, and you didn't do it then. You had to take yourself to the baths, and that was it. So it was very small experience of going to the baths and learning to swim.
So when did you how did you get back into it after that break?
Well, when I was then at secondary school, when you were a bit older, you took yourself to the bath. But living in a village, it was 5 miles to the swimming pool. You didn't go that often. Sometimes you'd go after school. And I think the consequence of that, I'm not a very good swimmer. I haven't been any good really at swimming. I'm just passable, I would say.
So that probably leads to my next when I say sort of what swimmer are you? I mean, do you go regularly? Is it sea, river, long distance, dipper, all weather? What's your swimming experience now?
Well, the swimming experience now is in the sea, apart from sometimes on holiday, which when I go in the pools there. But mainly sea when we go on holidays, mainly sea. I love going in the sea. It's much better. And when I was an adult, I used to go to the sea a lot. Swimming, and I just love it. I prefer the sea to pool. I think I get more buoyancy in the sea.
And is that all weather? Are you one of these brave souls? Do you go out all?
Yes, in recent times, in the last few years, I honestly can't remember how long it is, and it just sort of grew, on us, and that was it. And I like it. I've never owned a wetsuit. I do it hardcore. Being a a male, I try to do that, and it's great. I truly love going in the sea.
And is there any sort of kit that you do use that sort of helps you along? Any sort of, I don't know, swimming kit or watches to see, you know?
Well, I wear shoes.
Yeah, because of the pebbles.
For the pebbles, and that's it. No, I never wear anything else. Just wear swimming shorts. That's all.
And would you say there was anything in particular that's influenced your swimming, or where or how or why you swim now?
Yes, I would. I would say the main thing that's influenced my swimming is Anne, my partner. No, it truly is, because she's very keen on swimming. Anne's a really good swimmer, and me, as I said, not very good. But I love it. I just love it, and we it's a thing we do together, and it's great.
And from your earlier years at school or in the future, are you thinking about or planning any competitions or events? Is that something that interests you, that you're laughing?
No, I'm afraid not. I've never forgotten the first time Anne and I went in a swimming pool, and I said to Anne, "Come on, let's have a race." It was the first time we'd ever done it together. Well, we set off, and Anne was at the end of the pool before I was halfway down, and I've never done it since.
So that's that then. So there's been kind of quite a lot of sort of talk recently about swimming and what people get from it physically, emotionally. What would you say you get from it?
Well, at the beginning, just the enjoyment at the beginning, when I used to just go in the summertime, the enjoyment and being in the water. But as we started to extend the season into the winter, I think what motivated me most was all this talk you got about it was good for dementia and things like that as you got older. And I think that drove me on, because I thought, oh, that's interesting, that. So might as well try it, And so consequently, I've been going on and on through the winter, and hopefully it works. Time will tell.
Yeah. And anything, would you say with swimming that you're most proud of on yourself, of achievements and what you?
Well, it's just getting in there, and the very fact of doing it, I'm quite proud of doing it and getting in the water. Sometimes we go in when it's quite rough and that, but we never do anything dangerous. I'm just proud of doing it, to be honest. That's all. I have no sort of big ambitions for my swimming. Just swim up and down a little bit, and that'll do.
Well, I think I'm speaking for myself, swimming with both you and your wife. One, I think the things that we really enjoy is your hut and your hospitality, and Boxing Day swims, which are almost quite an event now, aren't they?
I'm sorry, but that's a thing. That is a good point there, Linda. The thing of you meet other people quite often. Only yesterday we're down there, and there was a couple, I think they were on holiday, so they'd been in swimming, and then we arrived, we had our swim, and then you chat to them afterwards, and this lady said she swam in some river, I didn't even ask where, but you do meet people a little bit and you chat to them because you've got the common interest, so that's a good part of it. And it seems to be that there are more and more people doing this all the time. You can see it increasing, the numbers, definitely.
Okay, and I suppose my final question to you is, what would you say to someone who is thinking about swimming or starting, or a beginner or somebody who is returning?
Well, we meet these people often when we're down at the beach, and I try to encourage them and say, come on, give it a go. And you don't have to be a good swimmer. You don't have to swim 5 miles. You just go in and try. Give it a try. I do encourage, because I am very aware when I go down there, quite often I'm the only man. So I do try to encourage my male friends. I know a couple of males that do it, some good swimmers. But it just seems to be the ladies in the main.
What do you think might be preventing men from wanting to give it a go? What do you?
I honestly have no idea. I really don't know. Even as I cannot have no answer for that. I'm sorry. I'm puzzled, because I don't mind. I mean, You go there with all the nice young ladies swimming, and it's great. No, but it's good. So I don't know, Linda. I have no idea.
I don't have the answer to that one either. But maybe we will find someone who can shed some light on that.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Well, it's been lovely talking to you, and thank you for your time.
It's a pleasure talking to you, Linda. Thank you very much.
Bye.